Hey, so before we get into the next part of the Tavros video, let me just say that I am very sorry for the last video and this video, since it's all in one sitting. I've been saying Tavros' name wrong. I thought it was Tarvos, as in T-A-R-V-O-S, instead of T-A-V-R-O-S. So, you know, whoops. I have been doing this since I first read Homestuck back in December of last year. I have not said his name in any other way, so I am deeply sorry to any Tavros fans. I might slip up still, so enjoy the video, I guess, and sorry.
Don't take a side and go and smash! I have decided that I will take my sword to smash. Don't take a side. Odds are that's probably not going to be a good idea. Side with Tavros or side with Vriska. The game's probably going to make me side with Vriska. I have no doubt. No doubt in my mind it's going to make me side with Vriska. But, just for posterity's sake, I'm going to side with Tavros. You take a step closer to Tavros and Vriska visibly deflates. Come on, Bilbo Swaggins. You can't seriously be on his side. Yes, you can be, and you are. You think you understand now. You see how Vriska took her suffering and bitterness and passed it along. You see how, under beastly tutelage, she learned to sink her fangs into her prey and tell us that she was doing it for their own good. In these two, you see a microism of Alternia, of hurt kids hurting kids, until finally the buck stops at the kindest or weakest among them. So no matter how much sympathy you have for her, you can't stand idly by and let Vriska continue the cycle of hurt. You tell Vriska to look at Tavros, really look at him, and ask herself if her help has done anything for him. Isn't this the kind of suffering that she and Treasure want to prevent? Right now, the best thing she can do for Tavros is to leave him alone. Leave him alone. You don't get it. None of you do. If I leave him alone, he's toast. Seriously, how have you not figured that out by now? You've seen what this planet is like. You think we can just flip a switch and fix everything overday? He's a worthless loser, living in a world that hates losers, and if that doesn't change, he's going to die a sad, pathetic death. And you and Kanaya and everyone else, you're just enabling him. When he croaks, it's going to be on your head, not mine. So if you'd rather hang out with Tavros in his make-believe fairyland, be my guest. But some of us are still going to be living here in the real world. You and Vriska spend a while staring at one another. All you can muster is a look of pity, which only seems to incense her further. Her face scrunches up and then goes steely and flat. Her voice is icily calm. You two have your fun. I'm out. Vriska slams the door shut as she leaves. Tavros exhales a long sigh of relief. Well, that went pretty well for an encounter. Shit. Wait, go back. How do you go back? I didn't mean to. I fat-fingered it. That went pretty well for an encounter with Vriska, all things considered, but I only feel somewhat terrible about who I am. Slowly, gently, you place a comforting hand on Tavros' shoulder and tell him that he deserves better than this. It's not his fault. Vriska is difficult. Yeah, Kanaya says that too. I sometimes almost believe her when she does. The room is silent except for a faint wiggling noise coming from some of the balls on Tavros' floor. You don't know what else to say. Would you, enjoy playing some Fight-A-Spawn with me, perhaps? As a matter of distraction. Oh, fuck yes, you tell him. Let's spawn some Vidu? Vituses? Yeah. Your FLARP experience inured you to Alternian game design, so you're only mildly nauseated when Tavros shows you how the physical version of Fight-A-Spawn works. Chitinous purple critters explode from gooey orbs and infest plushies before bursting out in the form of large monsters with more limbs than you're comfortable with. Also, you have a handful of cards which boost their attributes or allow you to interfere with your opponent's monsters. There's a lot to keep track of here. By the way, I'm gonna say, if this turns out to be the bad option, which it may be, again, we're 15 minutes in, how the fuck do these other YouTubers do it? If this turns out to be the bad option, I'm gonna be pissed, because the game put up actual legitimate criticisms that you could put on a fucking post or form and say, these are the reasons why we don't like Vriska, or we don't like her characterization, or what have you. And people would be like, okay, that at least makes some sort of sense. If the game was making legitimate points, and if this turns out to be the bad fucking ending, I'm gonna be so fucking upset. I may have to take a break. I may have to take a break now. I'm getting tired. Also, a handful of cards which boost their attributes or allow you to interfere with your opponent's monsters. There's a lot to keep track of here. Before too long, the room is full of chittering purple monstrosities and queasy-looking host plushies on the verge of birthing even more abominations. You are so lost. but you think you're winning. Your creatures appear to be doing a better job of preying on his host plushies and spawning more of themselves. You got a meter in your corner that keeps going up, while his goes down. That's good, right? You think it's good, at least where victory's concerned. I'm more concerned with the dejected look on Tavros' face. He doesn't seem to be giving the game his all. You ask if he's doing okay. No. Oh, okay, he just came out and said it. At least he's straightforward about it. He's not gonna piss you about with, hey, are you okay? Well, no, I'm not okay. My fun has been stymied, I think, by my thoughts about Vriska. He wheels himself out over to the window and looks despondently out. I used to like Vriska a lot, you know, and admire her for many qualities that were good, such as being very confident or having skill at games. But now I just hate her. Or feel like I should hate her, but instead do not feel those feelings. In their place, I feel very conflicted and bad about myself. I wonder if there is something wrong that I can't feel as angry as I should. Or make myself to become strong enough to talk to her properly about my feelings. It's just a big mess. You glance again at the posters lining Tavros' walls. Sprightly fairy girls with confident smiles, long messy hair, and blue color schemes. The resemblance to Vriska's uncanny but superficial. She's never going to be like the girl from his posters. That's just not who Vriska is. But for a sad, hurt boy who likes to dream, she must seem so painfully close. That sucks, man. That's rough, buddy. This is a problem too big for you to untangle right now. You need to redirect Tavros' thoughts. You do your eyes, you close your eyes and ask what your intuition, what should you do? Okay, so is this the right? Is this right? Because I feel like the game fucked me before on something like this. The game fucked me before on doing something like this, where it kept going and then it was still the bad route. We're gonna stay grounded. We're staying grounded. From the darkness, you reach into your muddled memories and catch a glint of cold iron. When you open your eyes, Poopa Pan stares back at you. He would have believed you believe that faith is all it takes to fly, but you think Tavros could use something a little more material. You put a gentle hand on his shoulder and ask him what you can do to help him spread his wings. His metaphorical wings, that is. It's not like he could ever sprout real ones. The very thought's absurd. Tavros sighs. I just wish I could live more independently, I guess. To take charge of my life and become less under Vriska's thumb. You think Tavros could use some better friends. Real friends. I do have some. Nepeta is very kind to me often. Gamzee and I like to throw down sick rhymes, and Kanaya tries to help with Vriska. But there's not a lot they can do when we live so far away. And as nice as my Lucius is, he isn't able to help me with all my issues, due to his small size limiting him to only moving and carrying small objects to me when I require them. The simple fact is that I didn't build my hive with the expectation of one day using a four-wheel device to navigate it. Can Tavros move to a better hive? Could you help him with that? No. As a bronze, the stipend I receive is not enough to cover such things. Even this four-wheel device, which is highly basic compared to some high-blood models, would have cost me over a wipe's worth of savings. Few changes are available to me, economically speaking, especially if I want to not alert drones to my unsuitedness for troll expectations. You see, if money is the issue, that's not something you can help him with, at least not directly. But you might know others who can. You tell Tavros that you're going to step out for a moment to fetch a mutual friend. Hello, Kanaya. He seems briefly surprised when you return with Kanaya. You guess you don't blame him. This strikes you as a pretty rare pairing, conversationally speaking. Yeah, these two almost never talk. Even in the entirety of Homestuck, I think they talked like twice. And it was both about how to deal with Vriska. Oh, Kanaya! It's nice to see you, in person, unexpectedly. Wow, my hive is terrible looking. I'm sorry, but hi. You look nice. Yes, I do. How are you faring? Has my advice regarding the construction of an imaginary friend helped aid your self-esteem? Well, I haven't really gotten to try it yet, so no, it hasn't, I guess. Kanaya suppresses a sigh. Okay, well, let's get directly to business. I brought some materials which should renovate your hive. Oh, please advise us how to best redesign this place to suit your needs. Tavros' eyes water up as he sniffles and leans forward in his chair. Really, you would do that for me, despite taking a large portion of time and effort, and presumably money as well. I don't really spend my stipend on much besides fabric, and I intend to twist Vriska's arm until she offers a portion of her flarping treasure to foot the bill too. And of course, I'd do it for you. Any less would be a rejection of my helpful sensibilities. Kanaya says it with a neutral tone and a straight face, that there's nothing remarkable about it, but Tavros nevertheless breaks into a grin. She acts like it's fucking nothing. You just made this boy's world, girl! That's fucking crazy! Wow, thanks! Okay, give me some time to develop ideas on how to properly jack this hive up and deliver the most utterly dope and pimped up changes. This is gonna be so great! You give Tavros the requested time and then begin to work in earnest. You weren't sure what to expect, but the construction process proved smoother than anticipated. Kanaya brings a set of alien devices which she claims to have brought from a sea-dwelling friend of hers. Oh boy. One converts raw materials into a strange substance reminds you of fruit gushers. Oh boy. Kanaya fells trees with her chainsaw and feeds them into a machine. Before long you have a trove of the gusher things. The other device expends the gushers to modify buildings. It has a holographic click and drag interface, much like the Sims played in real life. Wait a minute. Pause. So, does that mean there's still Spurb stuff available, and available to be used, but at the same time, not it's physically in the world still, despite the fact that Spurb doesn't exist at this point. Okay. You find this construction software to be incredibly handy, and also eerily familiar, but honestly you find everything eerily familiar these days. Yes, it is very convenient. Home construction has been an important part of troll culture for as long as history remembers. Most do not know why, although to me the reason is obvious. Preparation for the game, which we will no longer be playing due to outside interference. Wait, she knows about that? Yes. I figured out what was going on a day or two after you visited me, but I thought it prudent not to get particularly dramatic about it all. That was very thoughtful of her. Yeah, I try. Thank you, Kanaya. Kanaya finishes feeding logs on the first device and begins to manipulate Tavros' hive with the other. Together you are a clockwork team. Tavros provides directions, Kanaya implements them with her stellar sense of design, and you provide moral support by standing around looking cute. Okay, yes. Nudge that shelf over to the left. Yeah, like that. Wait, actually, right. Further. Okay. No, go back. Bit more. It's almost good. I make it a little tad higher. Yes, no, lower. there, right there, and yes, perfect, I think. Okay, actually, you like the way it first was? Oh, hell no. Yeah. In the end, it takes until the next day to finish construction, which is actually great time. It is, actually. That's crazy. You were expecting to have to zap forward once or twice for the sake of narrative brevity, but with Alternian build tools, Tavros' hive is swiftly renovated. It is far more spacious than it once was, with ramps and rails aplenty. Under Tavros' guidance, you widened hallways, lowered counters? Oh, and revamped bathrooms. It's like a brand new house. You don't have a ribbon to cut in celebration, so Tavros summons some bizarre flight-of-spawn creature to shoot confetti all around the entrance to the hive. It's all gross and sticky. You hate every second of it, but he's having fun. After that, Tavros spends just a while exploring the hive. He wheels himself through each block, awed by the ease which he can navigate the space. By the time he returns to his respite block, his grin is radiant. You take it like he likes the new place. Oh yes! This pad is now genuinely rigged! It makes me feel more confident, like the world is my by-value jewel container. Like I could say to Vriska, fuck you, and I won't do what you tell me, bitch. Okay, I won't say that probably, but I could. Actually, maybe I will say that, as well as plenty other deliriously rude things which I have long avoided saying. I'm gonna say horrible shit now! Okay, that's probably enough, you tell him. Kanaya is staring icily at him, but he doesn't seem to notice. He suggests that it's a good time to settle down. The sun's going to be rising pretty soon. Right. While we still have some moonlight, would you like to stay for a while, Kanaya, and play some games with us? Oh, no, that's quite alright. I'm afraid I have duties to attend to at home. I left a dress in the open! Damn, you hate when that happens. Kanaya blinks and carefully maintains her poise. It's made out of clay, you see. I'm getting experimental. Oh, that makes sense. Well, goodbye. Zoom! She smiles at Tavros and shoots you a pointed glance. You take it as your cue to place a hand on her shoulder, concentrate on her hive, and send her back in a flash of light. When she's gone, Tavros wheels up to you and nudges you in the hip. So, regarding Kanaya, this could perhaps be me misreading the situation, but when I reach deep inside and tap into the marvelous power of the self-esteem, it tells me that I'm very right and smart. Did you see the way she was smiling at me? It's almost the way it's just amorous inclinations. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy, this guy doesn't know. He waggles his eyebrows furiously in your direction. Oh, jeez. You tell Tavros that's just, what friendship looks like. She's not his type. Trust me, you say. Drat. But, oh well. I think there's a saying about this, that the sea has many fish in it. Now that I am feeling better, I think perhaps I'll one day go fishing for a quadrant or two. Well, it's a start. It's going to take some time for this kid to figure out what genuine self-esteem is like. But just like the prosperity in clouds part to reveal a brilliant sky in blue, you think Tavros is on the verge of seeing the sun. The moon? This metaphor will work better on Earth. Tavros can be more than he is, and he doesn't need to change to do it. When he offers you a smile, there's a spark of compassion behind him that tells you he's already worth the world. All he ever needed was someone to believe in him. And money. He also needed money. So, would you like to perhaps celebratory play around into a fight is fun with me? I am feeling much more prepared to enjoy a game and perhaps think that this time I'll proceed to crush you with my incredible might as a fight is fun breeder. Except, I mean that in a nice way, like that of a friendly challenge. If you'll accept. The word friend in that sentence was all you needed to hear. Ba 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 ba! Victory! Hell yeah. That was nice. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Did I not get a single death? Oh, I am goated. And it still took me 26 minutes to do it. Fuck. Okay, well, regardless of the time, that was great. And I think that little ending part was really nice. It's like, honestly, the dude's not bad. If you just give him a chance and, know when to shut him the fuck up if needed, then he's honestly pretty fine. I think people were all upon that Vriska bullshit, and they thought, oh, he's the weakest thing ever. But when you're not thinking about strength and game sense and whatnot, he's perfectly fine. Yeah, he's disabled, but it was Vriska's fault. If he wasn't disabled, he would still be the same damn person, but without the ability to move with his legs. So it's like, you just didn't like him from the get-go. You don't like meek people, and that's perfectly fine. But I think he's a work in progress. He's rough around the edges, and that's his character. That's who Tavros is, and I like that about him. He's a nice guy, deep down. You just need to find it. You need to meld it. You need to, condense it down into something that's usable. Because, again, yeah, admittedly, maybe Vriska had a point in melding him, but she was going about it the wrong way. Anyway, I could go on and on about Tavros and the bullshit involving his involvement in Homestuck proper, but I'll leave you all to do the rest of your daily duties or whatever it is y'all do. Have a good one. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. If you hated it, I'm sorry to say, why did you stick around this long? And if you want to see more, then hit that subscribe button and bang on the bell, because who knows how many more times I'll be able to do this consistently, or at all. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.